I fucked up. I didn't hit record. So now you get the honor of seeing my dear friend play in my stead. At least for an episode or so. But it's okay, because I recorded the audio separately, so we're still gonna get relatively my reactions. It's just the video's not gonna quite match up. I'll pop in here and there to explain. Urianger fixes you with his gaze. My friend, ere I speak of the task at hand, there is a question I would pose to thee. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? You look hot. Did you take up astrology? Indeed, though the night be lost behind the shroud of blinding light, doubt not that the stars shine still. I have chosen to avail myself of their guidance, that I might navigate the sea of uncertainty that stretcheth before us. For a blessing, my prior studies of astrology did provide me with adequate grounding in their art. But enough of myself, let us now speak of our task. As I did mention, if we are to enter La Gia, we must needs gain the pixies' cooperation. This is a simple matter of presenting unto them a suitable gift. I shall procure a selection of viands that shall please their palates. Thancred, pray assist me in this endeavor. Meanwhile, Fluxy, I bid thee obtain that which will please their eyes. In these parts there abideth a falcon known for its beauteous wings, the hawker. I shall lend thee a receptacle within which thou may capture a weakened specimen. Thou shouldst find the hawker nearby. Pray, use the receptacle I have lent to capture a weakened specimen. There's no avoiding chores, is there? Far better than Urianger than the pixies, of course. Hi, editing me again. Only difference here is the fact that my friend used a key item when he was supposed to, and I killed the enemy first, and then I realized in the second. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to use the item. An enchanted box designed in the traditional Charlian style. Killed it for no reason. Thou art returned. Wert thou able to capture a hawker? Even without the box's enchantment to hold it in place, the creature has no more fight left in it. Ah, a truly magnificent set of wings. I shall treat them at once to make fast the vibrant colors. Thancred too should return anon, upon which I shall ready all the items for presentation. Pray, take thine ease meanwhile. Okay. I will take mine ease meanwhile.
"'Tis done. The pixies shall be well pleased with these gifts. Ah, lest I forget.
What?
White auracite, newly forged for thy use.
Nice.
Our mission being to thwart a rejoining, we will most assuredly cross paths with those who crave the contrary, our eternal enemies. Thus did I choose to abide in this ether-rich land, the better to fashion a trap for the Ascian's essence.
There she is.
May I come in now?
No.
You may indeed.
Thancred's still.
Assuming you finished.
Did you do your homework?
I did as you asked.
That's my girl. Thank you.
Look at that. She's so happy now.
I should probably explain. Though my body remained behind in the source, its limitations saw fit to accompany me. Which is to say, I cannot manipulate ether. I took up the gunblade for its defensive advantages, but on account of my little impairment, I cannot imbue the ammunition myself. Luckily for me, Minfilia has quite a talent for it.
Interesting.
Minfilia, once we set forth, we are not like to return for some while. If thou wouldst choose tomes to take with thee, let it be now.
Really? May I?
Of course, my dear. Yet have care thou dost not add overmuch to thy burden, lest I incur Thancred's ire.
Yippee!
Hast thou spoken to her of thine encounter with the Minfilia of Eld?
Of course not. Why would he?
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any. As you know, I freed young Minfilia from captivity in Yulmore some 3 years past.
3 years?
Not long after, the two of us journeyed to the south of Armareng, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted.
Uh-huh.
'Twas there that she awakened. The Minfilia of old.
Oh.
My Minfilia.
Oh. Don't worry, I'll see it for myself.
Tell me, what must I do to bring you back?
My dearest Thancred, as I am now, I am no different from an Ascian. This child is but a vessel. One of many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope. In my name, each has died, never having lived her own life. I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
But what of your suffering? Your sacrifice? This isn't fair! I will not stand for it. I cannot! There must be something we can do. Tell me!
Should the day come when this child grows weary of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden. But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny, then shall I bequeath to her my all. Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
And what of my wishes? What of Flamine's? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
Flamine? That's how it's pronounced? Whoops.
It is not their decision to make. It is hers. This child's. This Minfilia's. You have ever watched over me, Thancred.
I didn't recognize like any of that.
Now I ask that you do the same for her. Protect her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me. There is much and more she does not know. She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path. When the time comes, you will find me here. Until that day.
Farewell!
Minfilia, wait!
What happened?
And then she was gone. Minfilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it. I have told her many things. Where we came from, what we fight for. But of that day, I have not spoken.
How do you want this to end? I don't think I'd say that. Like, no. I wouldn't have anything to say. And here's our first diverging path. I chose the ellipses, aka silence. Seems the only difference, though, was I joined Thancred in looking off into the distance.
With the coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate. The question remaineth, however, who shall take up the flame of hope which Minfilia hath borne for so long? Whether we will it or no, the choice must soon be made.
I'm sorry I took so long. It was so hard to choose. In the end, I settled on just the one.
Well, what is it?
That is well. Now, if all is in order, let us set forth for Lida Loran.
Lida Loran. Got it. Lida Loran. Well, that was a lot. I'm still kind of taking that whole thing in. Like Minfilia just being like, nah, you know what? I'm fucking done. I don't need to deal with this shit anymore. Child can deal with it. I'm sick of taking child's lives. They can decide for themselves if they want to hand it over or if they want to take the reins. I dare not ask what happened in our absence. When you have a moment, be sure to show your appreciation to the twins. They've endured a great deal on our behalf. You couldn't have returned at a better time. The Pixies had just decided that it would be amusing to have Alice and I exchange clothes. Oh. At that exact moment, I looked at their names, going, wait, did I mix this up? Thank the gods you arrived when you did. Any later, and I don't think I would have been able to live it down.
As much as I would like to savor the reunion with Master Alphino and Mistress Alice, I must wait. I have taken the liberty of presenting our gifts into the pixies. Let us see how well they are received.
We weren't expecting you all back so soon. We had scarcely begun playing with the twins. That said, your gifts are truly wonderful. Let me tell you, the milk and honey and biscuits won't last a day, and the wings are the loveliest we've ever seen. You've done us a great kindness, and it's Fey custom to return the jester. If you desire anything of us, you need but name it. Bean soup is usually decently priced on the market.
Full glad am I to see that our gifts were gratefully accepted. Confident though I was in our choice, there is no accounting for mood.
Sol Wing regards you with a munificent expression. So, what is it that you desire? Rusty old coins like you mortals are wont to collect, perhaps?
We are resolved to vanquish the Light Warden of this land. To that end, we desire entry to Laia.
What a strange thing to wish for. You might as well ask for your death. But if that is what you want, who are we to argue? Very well, I shall speak with the others. Ta-ta for now. You've clearly been busy, Urianger. Would you be so kind as to tell us what you've missed?
Well, you see, it all began when I decided to speak in nothing but jest and unto and ah.
So, that was the purpose of the gifts. Is there anything you can tell us about this Light Warden?
Aye, my lady. By circumstance most tragic, the Light Warden of this land
is our king and ruler Titania. It was not always so, of course. Our king fought the first Light Warden that threatened our home, you see. Fought it and won. But all the horrible light that came out went and corrupted them, turning them into a new Light Warden. Now they are king only in name, not the remains but the wise and just ruler that used to be. We had no choice but to seal them in the castle. The magic for breaking the seal we divided into 4, and wove each into a different relic to be kept apart until the time was right. And this dress is one of them. It's been in our safekeeping for years and years, but we've decided to entrust it to you.
Are you sure?
Of course, custom demands it. Though you're most certainly going to your deaths, we thought we should at least let you try. That way, we get to watch what happens. Of course, you can't break the seal unless you have the other relics too. The Shadow Crown is with the 4th, the Stone Scepter is with the new Maw, and the Crystal Shoes are with the Amaro. Good luck finding them all.
The facts thus disclosed confirm mine own understanding. Our quest lieth now before us. First, let us heed to the lake, there to claim the shell crown from the Foth. If we call to them before the untouchable gate, they will answer.
Okay, don't say bye. I see how it is.
I actually talked to the Fae again. Here's how it went.
Oh, you're still here. I thought you were off to round up the relics to break the seal over Laia. At least you said goodbye.